I think the first thing I'm going to be able to ask is, George.
Yes.
What is like the farthest distance you've ever gone riding? A bicycle, not any other thing, because I know you ride so many things. I'm talking about a bicycle. How long have you gone?
Yeah, like I don't know in kilometers, like from Yei to Mukaya I've ever rode, but I don't know how is far is
How
Mukaya.
long did you take riding that?
I started in the morning, like at around 9. Then I reached there at around midday to 1, like that.
So that's like half of the day.
Almost a half of
Struggling
the
to
day.
ride 10 kilometers.
It's like 4 hours, not almost half of the day.
You think you think that guy is talking the truth?
No, I doubt.
But Mike, you're a rider. Mike, you're a rider.
Yeah, of course, and that's why I can believe Mike and say no, that's not true. So anyway, welcome so much to yet another beautiful podcast. And of course, I today have such an amazing guy. So the farthest distance you've ever gone is like how many kilometers on a bike?
142 kilometers.
So 142 kilometers. That is like from Arua to
where?
It was a ride from Arua to Rhino Camp, to and fro.
2 and 4.
Yeah.
142 kilometers.
Yep.
And that took you how long?
8 hours.
8 hours.
Oh.
And George took 6 hours for 10 kilometers.
That's the difference.
Yeah, so anyways, today I don't know. I just want to say, George, do you have a best friend?
Yes, I do. I do have best friend. Yeah.
What qualifies that person to be your best friend?
Like it matters a lot. Like one, it depends on the situation how you met this person, because we met people differently. Sometimes we meet people in the church. Sometimes we meet people in the market. Sometimes we meet people at workplaces.
In the market, I want the one in the market. Who did you meet in the market?
Like in the market, I met this seller. Like for example, I can come to Premium Bikes and I want to buy a bike here. Then you find that surprisingly, I find this guy is really a very good guy in conversation. You find that you connect easily. Not like, okay, I think this guy could be a good friend. Then you keep coming like, feel free. If you're free, just come around and we can just stay. And that is how sometimes I meet people at the market. And then we end up being friends. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like
That's a tricky one.
so you meet. I want a real example. Like I want somebody that you've ever met and made the person your best friend. How did that interaction happen?
Okay, now, like for the market, it is hard to take somebody as a best friend.
My Georgie,
Yes.
you said you have a best friend.
Yes, I have a best
How
friend.
did you meet your best friend?
I met my friend one.
Is a boy or a girl?
A boy.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To do work. Yeah.
So what happened?
Okay, this guy has some gig, has some work. Then he connected me to do this work. And then I found something unique out of his life that I found like if I come closer to this person, I think I may learn more, or maybe I may have a lot of connection that it can change my life. Then I drew myself more closer to this person. And the more I draw closer, the more opportunities I get in life. And then, like out of all the circle of the people that I have, I found him. And till date, we are still together.
So
Yeah.
your basis of friendship is because of the opportunities you're getting from him.
Yeah, one, the opportunities I get from him, and also some opportunities he gets from me. And, we help ourselves in different way. I cannot tell really how, but we help ourselves in a different way. But we found ourselves connecting, and then we end up being best friends.
That's pretty interesting, because now for me, I don't know if that's the right definition of what a best friend should be, whereby you two must find something that you benefit from each other. I don't know, what, if you've ever had a best friend, what makes that person your best friend?
Friendship to benefits. Yeah. The definition of friendship to me is getting someone you can connect with.
Yeah.
That's all it means to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. What do you think, George? So imagine you're benefiting from each other, but there's no connection. Does that make it a friendship?
But you cannot consider this person as a best friend.
Okay.
Yeah, you cannot consider, because according to him, he has a different way of how, he has different scenarios on how he can put a best friend, because everybody has a different way of how he can define a best friend. Like if I ask you, how do you define a best friend? You have a different connection, what connected you to this person. Because sometimes even it could not be through the connections you have. It can be different. Like for example, Romeo, can you define for us who is a friend? Who is a best friend to you?
So I don't, this is a very hard question for me, because I feel like, yes, I agree with all of you. A best friend, maybe I can just connect the two. A best friend to be somebody you have a mutual connection with,
Yes.
but also have like a mutual understanding about certain things.
Yes.
But then this brings me to the part of, can you be a best friend to somebody, but that somebody is not a best friend to you?
No.
No, it's possible.
Masunu,
To me, it
I'm
doesn't work that way.
see, I am your best friend.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
No. You are my best friend.
Yeah.
But for you, you also have
Yup.
a best friend who is not me.
Yeah.
Does that happen?
I think it does.
It does.
Because now,
I agree
for
with that.
example,
It does.
I can consider Romeo as my best friend, right?
Yeah.
But deep down, I don't know who Romeo thinks is his
Exactly.
best friend.
Yeah, that's the point.
You get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel like, yeah, Romeo is my best friend, but bro, are you sure?
Yeah. I mean, I've also been wondering, because
Yeah.
how does that make you feel that you consider a person a best friend to you, but that person doesn't consider you a best friend?
It depends on the kind of friendship we share. Friendship is not attached to relationships. So it doesn't matter how my friend considers me in his life or her life. It doesn't matter at all.
Okay. So like, does it mean now when you are liking someone, you have to, like, I don't know, what are the things we should consider to make people best friends to us? Because for some reason, friends have done a lot of things in our lives.
True.
They have done both good things
And bad things.
and also terrible things. Yes, they have done both good things, but
Yeah.
also they have done really terrible things in our lives.
True,
Yes.
true.
But then for someone to be a best friend in your life, there is a certain degree they must bypass to be able to occupy
Yeah,
something in your life.
exactly.
Hey.
Romeo,
Huh?
have you ever been in a relationship where you date a lady, you be with this lady, but then sometimes you break up, but sometimes you come back? You can tell your friend, like, you know what? We're done. But you find that the next day or after a month, you find yourself coming back again. Just from nowhere, you still connect. Have you ever been in that kind of situation or in that kind of relationship?
Are you trying to say that being friends with my ex or something?
No, like this lady is not your really ex. You cannot like you don't consider her as your ex. You cannot consider her as your real chick. But you connect.
So she's your friend.
She's your girlfriend at first. Like you dated with her. And
then you
I
broke
think-
up.
Then you broke up, but it's still you people come back.
Into the relationship, but
Into the
now
rela-
into like
You know, that circle, you know, you can be there, then sometimes you come back. You go, you jump, that kind of scenarios.
Why do I feel like George is confessing?
No, I'm not confessing something.
I think
But Romeo, I'm just asking you, have you ever been in that kind of situation?
No, I've never been in that situation. No, I've never been in that situation. Because right now I feel like George wants us to believe his story.
George is confessing.
He's confessing.
Yeah.
So George,
Now, what am I confessing?
no, so, okay, you tell us now.
So why I bring this?
Mm.
Sometimes when you bring it together, like when you connect the two, sometimes we friends sometimes go through that kind of shit, where even your best friend, the person that sometimes you can connect easily, and then sometimes you can break up, and then from nowhere you come back. You get it? I don't know if you're getting my
okay.
point.
Yeah.
I think that point I'm trying to understand now what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, this plays where, like, for instance, my OBs.
Yeah.
Okay. I have OBs that we used to be so tight when we were back at school.
Yes.
But for some reason, when we came out of school, we outgrew
Yeah.
our lives, you know?
Yeah.
Like, our priorities were now different. The things that
Correct.
we focus on are now different.
Sure.
Yes, I understand at that particular point. Of course, we are going to have we're not going to be as attached as how we used to be before.
Totally different.
But then you can meet because of one interest, probably because of Girie. Like, there's this one OB of mine that we met because of Girie. And that guy loves Girie. And of course, me, I love.
What is Giria?
Girie is.
You don't know Girie?
Girie?
No.
Girie is Izanyiri.
This meat
So-
from
Yeah.
goat.
So, goat's meat,
Goat's
but
meat,
which is like.
fried.
Okay, it's made in the most local gangster way.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
it, bro.
like, in English they will call it, is it grilled
Grilled meat?
grilled something meat, or I don't know whether it's grilled or pan fried. Actually, it's supposed to be it's pan fried because there's a pan, so it's fried. But the
Yeah.
pan is cut off from a drum. Like this
Yeah.
metallic
Yeah.
drum for
Yeah.
oil. So they cut it off, and where you go and you see these huge tanks for
Yeah.
which used to be for oil,
Yeah.
but there's fire under it, and
You're
there's
giving
meat,
me appetite,
and
bro.
there's meat. Now that is Girie. So this old OB of mine,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
literally met because of that Girie.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I know he's now working with the government. Like, he is into water plumbing things, you know,
Yeah.
with the government and stuff.
National water.
National water things.
Yeah.
Bro, those things don't concern me literally. And I don't think we really share any other, you know, a lot of common things.
Yeah.
But that Giria thing, that
Always connects.
bro,
you
I
guys.
could travel now from Arua to Koboko
For
because
Giria?
Koboko is the engine.
Yep.
Yeah, to be able to have some time with the guy, but also with the Giria thing. So it was so awesome. So when you talk about, like, later us coming together to be able to get together, this is a cool thing.
It's a cool thing.
But
yeah.
also, we also have to respect the fact that when we are friends today, it doesn't mean that we could possibly be friends tomorrow. And we should start being okay with it.
True.
Okay?
True.
True.
Because for some reason, people grow. People can grow backwards. People can
Or
grow forward. Yes.
I agree with you.
Yeah. So
Or you can remain like that.
people can also remain, they don't grow, and your friends bypass you, and you have to start being okay with that.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike.
To start a conversation, even it becomes hard.
Mike, what do you think about that?
Outgrowing someone is obvious in life. There's a way people get blessed in different ways.
Exactly.
And as being my friend, you should be able to move on with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is true. But still, I respect the fact that friends leave a huge impact in our lives.
Very true.
If you get good friends, they can really do a lot. Like for me, I'm always indebted to some friends of mine until today. They connected me to some of the huge opportunities I have right now. And I'm in situations I don't even know how to pay back, because what they offered me was during a period of my down. Like, I was literally down.
I get it.
And I don't even know how I would come out. But the fact that I connected with such kind of amazing people, they were my best friends at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I am even the best friend in their lives. I don't really care. But how much they have done to me like makes them to take over that position in my life, and I'm like, yo, I'm so indebted to you, and you've done something amazing in my life, and I remain like that.
Sure.
And that I have to live by it. So I think, but the fact is also that sometimes such amazing people, there are people who do things without even knowing they're doing amazing things because it's part of their lives, you know.
That's it.
So you'll be there, this is my best friend and whatever, but they're like, oh,
I just did something.
I don't know what I was doing, or I didn't even know you took it serious, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Me, I'm just living my life, you know. I saw George was hungry, and I
And then
gave
you
him
fed
like
me.
10K.
Yeah.
But that time when George received the 10K, it was literally all he wanted in his life.
Exactly.
But for these guys, like, no, this is all I was just giving. I don't know why you're taking me so important in your life, but yeah, that's it.
True.
So I think those situations are there, but also friends can screw you, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Judge, what are some of your situations? How do you define your friendship? How have you been defining your friendship? Before I come to Mike, how has it been? Like when you look at the curve of your friendship.
like for me, it's a bit terrible. Like in every stage of my living, like from my primary, after my secondary, after my university, my kind of friend changes. And then what's funny about me is that most of my friends are people who are older than me.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's
that is one of the funny part. You find that my age mate, it is hard for me to click with them. Not that it is really very hard for me to click with them. You find that even my guys that were in school, we can be friends, but it's just in the school. But coming out, it is very hard for us to click because I think differently, they think differently. But when we go back to school, they're like, hey, man, it's coursework there. Okay, what has been going on? You get it?
Yeah.
So every time, like every year, I kind of change because always I have my priorities in life. Like I'll put myself like in 5 years from now, who do I want to be? Who do people define me? And that matters also on the kind of the friend that I have. I've been having friends in the past that were being too tight, but right now, it's a bit hard also for us to be together.
They are no more.
It's not that I really hate them, but I think just from nowhere, they start distancing themselves away from me. They make a distance out of me.
Maybe you're a bad person.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I cannot tell. So, yeah.
Yeah, because why are people running away from you?
I don't know. So that is it. So there is really a circle of like growth in me. Like, okay, for me, I consider myself as a growth. Because now, if you can talk to an ambassador, this is our ambassador, by the way.
Oh. Nice to know.
We're next to an ambassador,
Yeah.
GitHub ambassador. So that matters a lot. And that shows that, like, yeah, I have a friend who is like that. And then you, as my friend, the owner of premium bikes, you know? That shows difference. That shows like I can point you to people like, you know, that is my friend, that's my friend, that's my friend. But as time continues, also as you grow, we're growing together. But now, if I'm going to remain like this, trust me, if this premium bike becomes a really big company, are you sure that you're going to be next to me? If I remain like this, it's going to be a very hard situation. That's why, as we grow, I know we meet different people in life, then we cannot change. So that is it.
Yeah, true.
Mike, are you scared of losing some people in your life? Apart from like family, like people that you get along the way in your life?
Whenever I meet friends, and we become too tight to the extent we have that connection I talked about earlier on, it becomes so painful for me to lose them. Yeah, but they are kind of friends. Yeah, I deal with it.
Yeah,
I just deal with it.
that is
I
true.
let you go.
Yeah.
No matter what we shared, or no matter what we had in common. Obviously, you can't control human nature.
That's very true.
Yeah.
But then that puts us in the position that if you're going to let somebody go, or if somebody is going to let you go, there is something wrong that has happened.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Like there's something that has happened. Maybe it's in their mind, The wrong thing is in their mind.
Yep.
Maybe the wrong thing is really there. Maybe the wrong thing is an imagination.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something. That brings me to the question of who defines what is wrong in a relationship? It be a friendship or no matter everything. Who defines that, okay, this is wrong, this is right? Who is supposed to define that?
Both parties. To me, that's how I understand it. Both parties have to.
But then if it is both parties, meaning if something is wrong, it should be wrong to both people and they should know it. But there are some people who know, who don't know, who you're the one who knows that, okay, this thing is wrong. But they're going to say, no, it is right. And this is what causes people to break up, right?
Yeah.
At most cases,
Yeah.
even relationships.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can be like, no, this thing to me, it's wrong. And to them, they say, no, you just didn't get me. It is actually right.
Yeah.
So who defines what is wrong and who defines what's right in a relationship?
That depends on the level of understanding the two of you have in common. It's actually pride that kills that understanding most times.
Yeah.
You realize that your friend knows your likes and dislikes, but there are moments where they go off the cue,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And trying to amend things with them or trying to remind them that, hey, guy, whatever you did wasn't right. They might accept because the two of you are around. And that takes me to the point where your best friend might not be your best friend. He has another best friend somewhere else. So whatever you're trying to fix with the person will not make any sense to them. So they end up moving on, right? And yeah, that's the drama.
For me, it's really a very big question. And this question depends on, because it's really very hard sometimes to define a best friend.
Yeah.
Because now, like, there's this situation Romeo brought in, like there's a problem, and then who is to say that like what is wrong? Sometimes it depends, like one, how you met to become a best friend, because sometimes there's a touch of power.
Yeah.
And this a touch of power comes in terms of resources.
Yeah.
Like for example, this me and this you.
Yeah.
You're my best friend. I consider you as my best friend.
Yeah.
For me, I'm jobless. You get it?
Yeah.
And for you, you have something to do, a little business to do.
Yeah.
And then I think something happened within us.
Yeah.
Because you have power, you have resources, you always take me out, you do that. Even if something that has happened wrong,
Yeah.
you can consider that, George, what you're doing is bad. Because you have the power.
True.
You get it? Yeah. And then this is another scenario. Maybe it depends on the friendship you have.
Yeah.
And then there's this friendship where you two were all from the village.
Yeah.
And then like, okay, we came all to the town. You start growing together.
Yeah.
I have a business, you have a business. We grew together, all of us have the resources.
Possibly even participating in the same business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you find that when something happens, all of you have the power to talk.
Yeah.
You call yourself down, and then you're like, hey, bro, I think there's something. We're doing the business, but I'm seeing you going out around that ladies, and as if the money from the business you're
Yeah,
taking it
business,
there.
yeah.
So I think it's a bad thing. If somebody who genuinely love you will love you who you are, don't give money to them. You get it?
Yeah.
And then person like, yeah, you're true. But then if this person is the one having the resources, bro, like who are you? Who are you to tell me that? You get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
So it's like power dynamics.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let me say, like in the traditional African marriage, they will say the man has power
Yeah.
because he's the provider.
He's the head
He's the
of the
head.
family. Yeah.
So now in a relationship, who is the person supposed to have more power? In actual sense, supposed to be like two of you to share the power,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in like what George has mentioned, meaning the guy with more money or more resources or more opportunities, or the person literally that you're depending on may likely have more power than you.
Yeah.
So is that like, so that's a reality
That's the reality in the current generation.
in the current generation.
Yeah.
So if I'm a friend to Mike, because Mike owns awesome premium bikes,
Yeah.
where they sell all these awesome bikes and shoes and helmets and everything, and I'm a friend to Mike, and because I don't really own anything, there are higher chances that Mike will have power over our friendship
Yeah.
to determine what is right and what is wrong,
What is wrong.
because he has more resources. That means if we're like, Mike, please reduce on them ladies, please. If I'm just saying, Mike, let's save the business, Mike will be like,
Bro.
but bro, they're eating my money. It's not your money.
Your money.
So you'll have to literally like back off,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But then that's not right.
True.
Because power dynamics in relationships have to determine there should be a real right. So my question is to find the real right. Who determines what is right in let's leave the powers.
Okay.
How do we determine what is right? Is it society? Or how do we determine what is right in a relationship? Because for instance, really, if you're to say, okay, Mike, don't go out with the ladies. And Mike says it's my money. Mike could be right, because for real, maybe he has calculated his business. He knows what he's spending out could be profits. And he's right. And your assumption is different. How do we compromise those situations?
So like this, okay, like when you bring that situation again,
Eh.
because before me telling Mike, like, hey Mike, what you're doing is bad, because trust me, somebody from nowhere cannot come and authorize you to do how you do your things. But then, because this is your friend, like sometimes maybe Mike came to me, like, hey George, maybe I have this 10 million, I want to start business. What do you think we can do? Because Mike have the business and he has all the plan, we all made the idea. Like maybe after maybe we make a money of maybe 50 million, I can give you maybe a little share, then you can start your own your business, or maybe you have a target out of this business you have. But you as a friend, but then Mike has the resources. Maybe after we need to achieve this particular target we have set up. Then that is where I will have the power to say like, what, Romeo? I mean, Mike, you are my friend, but you know what, bro? We did not achieve our target. But the way I'm seeing you, you're messing around. You're going to the club, you're spending the money. But when you see our account, we said like in 6 months' time, we have to achieve this particular money. But we're about reaching to our what?
To our goal.
To our goal. But we're not achieving our goal. And then my guys are like, oh, bro, what's wrong with you? Fuck with you? You see? According to the plan you had, it's now against it. It has become a problem. Though, to him, it is not a problem. Yeah, he has the right to date. But then, according to the plan we have, according to the target we want to get, it doesn't match. Yeah.
I think that is very true. I have tried to see a lot of relationships suffer this kind of problem. And the problem I'm talking about is correction in relationships. So, as you've said, there are like different power dynamics which comes in when you want to correct somebody.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But to be able to correct somebody, you must find out what is wrong. Okay?
Yeah.
And that is where, like, if you say, let me say in a relationship, let me say even in a love relationship, someone comes and tells you that, hey, I don't like the fact that you cheated on me. Okay? This other person can be like, I cheated on you because, for instance, you are not giving me what I wanted in the relationship. They have a reason.
Yeah.
So this brings me that there are always every reason everybody does what
That's
they
something.
do.
Yeah.
True.
Sometimes the reasons are crazy. And then it puts me in a position that really, when do we determine what should be right for another person? Because honestly, for me, what I would really rightly say is that there are things that are very obvious.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
as long as the decision you have taken is affecting a cause, or it is hurting the other person you're with,
Yeah.
please figure out a way to redefine your thing. Okay?
Yeah.
There are so many times that you can think you're right, but what you're doing that you think is right is hurting another person.
True.
Okay? And of course, all of us here have reasons. One time I told somebody, I'm like, you can have a culture, okay? And probably in your culture, you walk in the house with shoes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is in
I
your
remember.
home.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
For you have no problem. You guys come from wherever you are, you enter in the house with all the shoes.
Yeah.
But then you come to this friend's place whereby it's very neat, and really you can't walk with your shoes on there.
Yeah.
It is right in your home. Like, it's really, nobody's gonna cane you when you're in your home.
That's it.
But you're now in a different situation.
Yeah.
That means what is right changes to where you are now.
The other person's right is different from your right.
Thank you. So the other person's right is completely different from your right.
Yeah.
The other person's right is that removal of shoes before entering the house is what is right.
Yeah.
So now there are situations whereby you now have to learn to respect other people's right. Because now, ask yourself always, really, before taking an action, what do you lose when you're doing your right?
Nothing.
So let me say you remove your shoes and you enter without the shoes. So what have you lost?
Nothing, obviously.
Maya, you've lost nothing.
Nothing.
So if you're losing nothing while implementing another person's right, I don't think there's really any problem for the sake of the best of the relationship. Always ask yourself, what do you lose? What do you lose for implementing the right of the next person? How does that happen? How do you think about that, Mike?
Yeah, that makes some sense.
Yes.
It takes respect and wisdom for that to happen.
Mm.
Yeah, most people always get attached to their personal feelings.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't care about how others feel about whatever they do, whatever.
Because, let me say, you bought a bike from Premium Bikes.
Yeah,
And for all reasons, you came back and the bike has a problem.
yeah,
To you, you say the bike is, maybe you say the problem, because the bike isn't moving,
yeah,
you say the problem is the chain.
yeah,
Professionals at Premium Bike, they say, no, the problem is not the chain, the problem is the free wheel.
yeah.
Because the chain is okay.
I get.
Probably all of you are right in your own situations.
Yeah,
But at the end of it, to make sure that right is fixed, there's a problem that is actually right. So
Yeah,
there are situations that those things are really right. And I don't know, we have mentioned the word right so many times here.
yeah,
It's because for me, I feel like that is the biggest state of disagreement. When there's a disagreement, meaning there's a false information. In any situation, there's someone who is telling a lie in every situation.
Yeah.
And the lie sometimes can even seem right to some other people.
yeah,
But just in the point of compromise, always try as much as possible to be able to implement something that you think is good to other people.
Sure.
And this brings us to the point of, how do we appreciate the friends who have done and understood our right in our lives? What is the best thing that you think you've ever done to your friend? Mike?
I've done so many things
Yes.
to my best friends,
Mm.
but it's always hard to tell the impact of the things you've done to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love surprising my friends.
Mm.
It's a hobby for me, actually.
Mm.
I just love surprising friends.
Yes.
The moment
Surprise me, man. I love
Yes.
surprises.
the moment you realize that you are actually my friend, it doesn't matter if you're my best friend or not.
Mm.
If you have ever received a surprise, whether being a gift or any other thing, if I've surprised you in any ways, just know you are among that circle
Exactly.
of my best friends.
Mm.
Romeo,
Mm?
has anyone ever surprised you?
Yes.
Yo.
Yes. So one is Mike. So during my birthday, there's one
Okay.
birthday of mine, and I was at home, and I had no idea. I just opened the gate, and there was Rati Solo, one of the best guitarists in a row,
Yo.
playing for me an awesome tune, and
Didn't
it was
remember
like
that song.
wine in a bottle and all those wine stuff.
Yo.
Yes, that's like how extreme he went. And when I opened my gate, I was like, yo.
This is real.
And guy was playing, and I'm always in this stupid situation of like, so what do I say? Because like someone is playing, I can't say thank you is not enough.
It's
I
not
don't know.
enough.
I was just holding. Yes.
Yeah.
And yes, so I think most of my surprises happen on my birthday, and also there's one, a very close person to my life, traveled, like really came from another country
Yo.
to here,
Yeah.
threw me a birthday party
Mm-hmm.
in a hotel here,
Mm-hmm.
and called all my friends. It was surprising, and when I went there, I saw all my friends and her friend and our mutual friends. It was a she actually. Don't ask me more questions about her. But yes,
it's
and
okay.
that was one of the biggest surprises I've ever found in my life. I didn't even know how to repay her, but I was like, how did I become this important in somebody's life to do me something like this? I was so excited. And yes, someone has ever surprised me. Yes.
Yo, bro, you're
Yes.
lucky.
Yeah, exactly. It was awesome. I'm so, yeah. I don't know how to always deal with surprises sometimes, but I'm really excited when they happen.
Sure.
Exactly.
Sure.
So, what about you? What has been something that your friend has done to you that you feel like you're so indebted to?
Yeah, like one thing that has ever happened to me in my life. I don't celebrate birthdays, by the way.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, some friends of mine threw for me a party.
Yeah.
Like since I was born, bro, I didn't do this cake cutting.
Oh.
Yeah, like I rarely do that. Even like when in July I had my birthday, but then
Yeah.
it just went like that. But then these guys made this birthday party. Like it's my first time. And just from nowhere, because that time I didn't have girlfriend, and then somebody volunteered to be my girlfriend.
And that was the birthday present.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was so huge.
Yeah, it was really amazing because on top of that, I got some smartwatch. It's one of the things I was struggling.
Yeah.
I wanted to buy smartwatch. You know, there are some smartwatch. They are smartwatch, but but I got it. Like, oh my God! Even I posted it. It's like, imagine this is one of my birthday gift. I got cousin wine. If you're a fan of cousin wine, I got cousin wine. there.
For cousins?
Four cousins.
Don't always forget the four. There are four in number.
Four cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they got for me that. I really felt too special, truly. And then especially my sister Lydia. She's a person who also sometimes she really surprises me. She gets for me stuff like, hey George, this is for your birthday. And I
Yeah.
feel so special that, yeah. And these people still, I really consider them a lot in my life.
I'm actually so impressed by that because most times it's not easy to find our relatives being our best friends.
So rare. So rare.
Yeah, I don't know whether it is our kind of state, but you find sometimes, funny enough, if you're not very serious, some of your relatives even want to be the people that want to let you down.
True.
I don't know how, but I'm really really excited. The fact that you have, I've seen the impact of Lydia on even the podcast. Like she can really comment. She wants to see the support out there. She's an awesome lady.
True.
Very awesome.
Sure.
So yeah, not everyone is really ready to be your best friend, but I think before you think about how people can be your best friend or how people can be best friends to you or can take you as a best friend, think about how you can be a friend to somebody.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So think about how you can love more. Think about how you can care more.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But also, as you think about these things, remember, don't love or care more to somebody than you did for yourself.
Oh,
Right.
that's the point.
Yes.
Yeah.
As you think about other people, always think about yourself first. Not to be selfish, but I've seen a lot of people get lost as they think they want to care for other people.
True.
Yes. So you get lost doing it. You get lost doing the loving so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get lost. I think I've suffered that. I have a friend who is even on the show who has struggled with me. It's like, Romeo, come on.
Yeah.
Like, find a way to stop that. So I think you have to figure out a way on how to reduce all this big impact of trying to be Jesus Christ. You know, you're not going to be Jesus Christ in everybody's story.
True.
You're not going to be the savior in everybody's story.
Yeah.
So figure out a space to be able to be yourself and to be awesome.
That's it.
Yeah, so I think this is for me my last word for this particular podcast on what you can do. I don't know what you guys say.
Yeah, Mike, can you tell us little story or something about premium bikes?
Wow. A good question right there.
Yeah.
I'm not bragging. The introduction is going to be hyped a little.
Yeah.
Premium Bikes is actually the first bike shop in Arua, which has everything,
Yo.
like everything, literally, that any other bike shop never had in Arua and some parts of Uganda. Yeah. We have all these accessories, the parts, and the bikes itself.
Yeah.
Any other cyclist or an adventure enthusiast can have in Arua and in
Okay.
West Nile in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is more beautiful with premium bikes? Because of course I'm gonna talk about them because I bought stuff from here.
Yeah.
So like there's so you can also like make an order for a bike that you've really seen online.
Yeah.
Even this usual?
Yes. So like all the bikes. So my first bike that I bought from here is the one with the big tires.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember.
And yes, for some reason I had to pack it inside because it gives me a lot of attention.
Attention.
Yeah. So it was like red in color, and when you move, everybody's like trying to look at the bike because
And I
of the
think
tires.
it was I don't know, one or there are only
So
few
that
in town.
time it was the
that
first.
time you were the second person having the bike in Arua.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
So I was the second, and that bike was like, mwah. So I keep moving, and every attention
Everybody.
is on it. Exactly. and now
that's the impact of premium bikes.
exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, in every customer's life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, I came back and I was like, Mike, no, we are changing the color. So we had to figure out, I was like, no, we have to put it black because I want to move around
Yeah.
and not bring a lot of attention to
Attention.
it. Exactly. Because really the bike is so good and people love it. And I think right now a lot of people have been asking, hey, I was like, just go to premium bikes and people to get. And it's good to get healthy, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if I suck in a little bit, I think I'm healthy. No, I've been so busy, so you're gonna excuse me.
Yeah.
I've not done enough exercises, but I'm gonna do enough exercises.
But a quick one.
Mm.
Being healthy is not defined by the size of your tummy. Yeah, so
But this is
don't
also
worry about that.
this
at
is
all.
an indicator.
This guy over 8 minutes now.
This is an indicator of traveling to Koboko to eat gruyere. I think the next time I have to do is that I have to just like use bicycle to go and I eat. When I come back, I've burnt up the entire gruyere, and so
You
I'll
won't
go back.
manage that.
I hope I will.
Fun.
No,
So,
this yeah.
Mike,
Yeah.
is premium bike? Do you people have any cycling club? Because I'm seeing you people having everything.
Before I answer your question,
Yeah.
premium bike provides three-thirds of all the outdoor accessories.
Mm-hmm.
That is to say, cycling,
Mm-hmm.
hiking,
Oh.
and camping.
Sure.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to camp either by themselves or with the family, they can be able to just come here and pick.
Yeah, you can hire or buy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
George, it's time to surprise your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Go in the woods. Think that you're a white person. Like, go there.
Maybe a plan. The ChillTalk team can have a camp, bro.
George, I'm not camping with you in the same tent. I'm not doing that. This is it. Get your girlfriend. Go out. Go have fun. George,
Yeah.
I'm not doing that with you, please. Yes. So you prepare yourself to be able to enjoy. Get a bicycle, ride along, feel healthy, feel good. And I think
Yeah.
it's good to actually feel healthy every single time.
Yeah.
Yes.
So where can we find premium bikes?
Premium Bikes is located in the center of Arua City,
Yeah.
along Arua Avenue, plot 18, opposite Bank of Africa.
How expensive are you?
I'm not expensive,
Yeah.
yeah, but some of the bikes are expensive.
That's true because
Yeah.
of the quality.
Yeah, depends.
Depends.
We have bikes ranging from as cheap as 350 Ugandan shillings
Ah.
up to 14 million.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
from $100
Yeah,
up to 14 million is around $4,000.
yeah.
Oh.
Exactly.
So I'm sorry for asking you a lot of questions because
It's okay.
I really want to find out more about premium bikes. Like for example, I'm in Sudan or I'm in Kenya, I'm in Tanzania. I want some order. Do you people have some online programs like you can give orders? Like somebody can order like, hey, premium bike, I want some bike. Can you people export this thing or maybe take this thing to another country?
Premium Bikes does cross-border business. Yeah, yeah, cross-border. The internet is there to help everyone.
Okay.
If you can locate us on the internet, we can serve you anywhere you are.
The
Yo.
easiest is to be able to read the WhatsApp number,
Yeah.
and somebody can be able to text.
The
Sure.
official Premium Bikes WhatsApp number is
Plus.
+256 394 515 777.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So anybody can be able to contact you via that.
Yeah.
And any of our listeners can be able to work on their health
Sure.
and buy a bike and of course get to be better. And also this podcast was probably sponsored by Premium Bikes. So as we talk about friendship, keep up in the back of your minds. You also have to have healthy friendships, but
Yeah.
also healthy yourselves.
True.
Any of those is super beautiful.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Sign out.